Hey you guys, welcome back to our Thea the Awakening. Thea? Am I doing that right? Guys, what's the name of this game? Who can tell? Yeah, it's Thea. Look at that. Okay, so we are at the Cosmic Tree and we are gonna
You
start the
find the
quest now.
skeletal remains of a person, most likely an elf, as the bones have a slight silver tinge and are much lighter than any other humanoid bones you know. On the body, you discover a scroll that unrolls as soon as you touch it. There is a smell of burning wood in the air, and the scroll itself seems to be warm to the touch.
Okay, read the scroll.
And so the cosmic tree stood in flames, and with it, the world burned alike. For as the canopy burned, so did the skies turn red, and the heavens were no more. As the core burned, the earth scorched, fields turned to ash, and Thea became a wasteland. Finally, as the roots burned, so did the gates to the underworld, and thus the souls of the dead could find no refuge, no peace, no purpose. You see some notes scribbled on the side of the scroll.
Let's read it all. Because this is basically what happened to the world. This is the reason why there is an apocalypse.
Note 1 is written in a beautiful style, impeccable, neat, and very distinct. It reads, "And so our duty failed. Did we fail our charges? Did we abandon them too soon? Or were we never supposed to do so in the first place? Should we have guarded the sacred pillars more vigorously? I must go to the Evergreen Grove and find answers. Signed, Alicia Silveroak, scholar of the Age of Thunderer, keeper of the knowledge, last of the sacred guardians." There is an old map with the grove marked upon it. It won't be easy to follow after all this time, but you do recognize some landmarks. There are also 5 pieces of silver tree bark which emanate with strange power. Note 2 is clearly scribbled in a hurry by an unknown author. "The elves seek to diminish our work. No surprise there. I must get to this grove before they can meddle with mankind again. The Sage Tower should give me some clues as to how to stop the elves. The darkness is a side effect for sure, but I'll be damned if I let the magic rule man again." The rest of the notes are too damaged to read.
Right, so there are 2 locations I want to scout. Perhaps we should check them out. Oh, one is actually directly there, and the other one is there. Well, this is the Divine Quest. Oh, there is the Cosmic Tree. Let's go actually this way around. Might can reach it. No, not this turn. Okay. There are a couple of goblins. What are we gonna do here? We don't need the hardwood though. We don't need this one. We kind of want to check if we can go for the dragon bones. That would be worth it. The dragon's leather as well. But I do think we want to go in direction better aimer, especially the medium aimer for our give it a moment, for the craftsman and for the gatherers. We don't have stuff to do something with it actually, so I do think we have to unlock the metal stuff first. Let's go for silver and mithril. Yeah, let's do it. So, what about the other guys? There. We need to go to this place. And we will do so. We don't need anything else. We could go now for a little bit of meat, but is it worth it? Well, we are 7. It's kind of worth it. There's a lot of guys running around. So Gaither, this, and this. The rest will lay their hand on the meat. So everyone is able to do so. That's quite nice and quite something. So Divine Quest is something else. It's the second big one, so to say. It's about Perun. Since we are basically Perun, we are figuring out what happened to us, why, and stuff like this. It is connected to the world tree, but yeah.
You find the remains of an old town, built in solid stone, with a large central building that even in its crumbled and rotting state looks very impressive. Like many such places, you feel the cold draft of the ever-present dark mist, lurking in every corner. You see a faint light coming from one of the towers in the central building, and you know this is where you must go.
Then we will investigate
You enter the old building, and soon realize it must have been a place of great knowledge, as even in the entrance hall, there are vast shelves with remnants of books on them. Indeed, as you go in deeper, you find a rusted shield with the words, "The pen is mightier than the sword, and the sword of knowledge defeats any foe." Before you make another step, you are met by a hooded stranger. "Welcome to the Grand University of Cracovia. How may I be of assistance?" he chimes, as if nothing was awry in the world.
Grand University, I think we've met one of your fellas in a tower, do we? No, we haven't. Who are you and why are you still here? It doesn't look hospitable.
Why, I am the porter, of course, here to meet and greet you and direct you to the faculty you seek. So are you here for the tour, to sign up, or perhaps you've come for the board meeting?
Board meeting?
Excellent. You must be from another foreign delegation then. I've been told there might be latecomers. The board meeting is on the 3rd floor, in the Thorn Rose room. You look towards the stairway, and you see it is crumbled and full of cracks, but it should be fine to climb.
Alright.
You go upstairs and find many more empty, eerie rooms, filled with rotten bookshelves and destroyed books, laboratories with smashed equipment, and lecture rooms with decaying tables and the stench of death. But as you enter one such lecture room, you see that at the center, by a large round table, sit 6 people, dressed in academic gowns. One of the figures at the table turns to you, and for a second you see only a skull. But then you blink, and an old man's face stares at you. "Hello there. I see you have come seeking answers, yes? How did you find us? We were cursed long ago, never to be found by a living soul, and I dare say you look alive."
Well, it was a dream, I guess. Or our god told us to come here, because this is what happened.
Ah, so they are finally strong enough to try and regain their powers, and so they send you to seek answers.
What do you know of our god's power?
In short, we were the ones who took the power of the Pantheon to ensure our colleagues could burn the cosmic tree without interference. It was not easy, nor done without the aid of powerful and evil magic, but it was done. Each god, you see, had their own duty, their domain, and it was both their strength and their weakness. By hitting them all at once, we also didn't give them a chance to aid each other as they normally would.
You said you used dark magic.
In principle, all we had to do is distract each deity long enough so that the other department, the human advancement, had time to destroy the cosmic tree. But we realized that without magic of the strongest kind, we would fail. The elder peoples would not help, of course. They were sworn to uphold the pillars of the world. Many human kings and queens were also charged with championing the gods or protecting these sacred places. Thus, finding grand mages willing to do the job was impossible.
So you turned into to the dark magic?
Yes, or rather they turned to us. I guess they have a nose for such things. A mage arrived at our doorstep, offering all the right answers. Even after we figured out he was the famed Dark Lord, banished ages ago in the Great War of the Eye in the Westerlands, we still couldn't say no. It was him or nothing.
Did your mama never teach you if something is too good to be true? It probably is. I mean, the Dark Lord, the name doesn't just stick to you for nothing.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We knew we were working with evil, but the pursuit of knowledge, of understanding, the very notion we could defy the gods, it was glorious. I think the Dark Lord didn't even break a sweat convincing us.
That is kind of disgusting. I guess it does sound rather grand, but did no one see the foolishness
There
of
were
the
suspicions. Some gods even took notice, but the Dark One was clever and diverted their gaze every time, building a fake army in his old stronghold and sending out omens of his return worldwide. This was step one of our plan. This was how we would trap the supreme gods. Yes, like Perun and Mokosh in the Easterlands, every land in Thea had their own. They needed to be broken first, else their power would protect the others. Mokosh we could not lure away. She is wise and careful. But Perun, well, let's just say he was keen to go into battle. Very keen.
So what, you just made some racket and Perun came running, and then what?
Well, it was more than a racket. It was the rise of the Dark Lord. Anyway, in short, yes, but not only Perun. All three of the thunder gods came. The northern god Thor and the southern Zeus. The three brothers united and fell straight into our lightning rod. Ha!
A lightning rod? You lure the thunder gods with a rod bigger than theirs?
Yes, a specially constructed lightning conductor, equipped with an additional feature of a cage that kept the three gods in their thunder state forever. Well, I mean, that was the design.
Clearly Perun has been released, or rather he broke free from your silly machine. So why did he send us here?
You're only half right. Perun and his brothers are free only in their faint essence, able to see through your eyes, no doubt, guide you and give some protection, but to regain full power you need to destroy the conductor.
Fine, where?
Before I tell you, we must ask a favor. We have been cursed to stay here, neither alive nor dead, for eternity, as punishment for our actions. A sentence we accepted with grace and understanding. It is not often you get to destroy the world and nearly kill off gods. However, we wish to be freed now.
Why would we help you?
Because you need our help. Because you're merciful. Because you believe we paid enough. I could show you several papers we wrote about this subject. In any case, choose your reason.
The fact that you're using information as leverage for your release means you've learned nothing.
Yes, many of us share your enthusiasm for the punishment. We are tormented by our faults, believe me. But to be stuck like this forever. If you kill us, we will only suffer the pain of death. But eventually we will return, marked by another scar. But if you use your connection to the gods to break our curse, perhaps we can be released.
Your crimes are despicable, your arrogance beyond measure, and your stupidity and trust dark forces goes beyond any measure. But your fate seems dire, and there's little point in more suffering in this world. Give us the location first, and then we'll think about releasing you. 14 more options available, wow.
The old man nods, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and sadness. I have imprinted the location you seek in your minds. You will find it whenever you seek it.
I mean, they asked to kill us, am I right? We'll only suffer the pain of death, but it eventually will return, marked by another scar. We didn't give them our word, just saying that. kind of feel like this. May your souls find freedom, but I fear redemption may be out of your reach. I'm not sure if we're really prepared for that, but we will say 7 and... let's try it. 14, 11 damage. Wow, that's quite a bit actually. They don't do much damage. Wow. How many counter offenses we could do? Just one actually, where we kinda know that we would hit him. It's kinda interesting. This one has no 1, 2. Only 2 of our elves have the spear ability. Those with 6, no, he's an elf too, but yeah. I don't know for sure. So 14. He hits for 11. We have pretty low on health actually. Confuse only 6. Rest is more or less useless. I do think we just have to, yeah, use our advantage in numbers actually. Let's push her up. This would be a 10. Won't be enough actually, but might be later. Can I confuse anyone? No, not really. Would like to support her a little bit more, but he does at least a little bit damage in the second turn. don't have much hope, to be honest. They do way more damage than I expected it. Oh. Okay. Might be not that evil in the end.
You take your time to meditate and find your inner peace. In this place of sorrow and darkness, you seek a link to your gods by opening up your hearts and souls. In time, the connection works, and you are able to use it to cleanse the bonds of the Forsaken Scholars. But as their souls disperse and leave this place, and their bodies fall lifeless on the ground, you feel the anger and disappointment of your deity upon you. You have broken the punishment set out by the gods, and now you feel the shame of your deeds. You know where to go next to seek answers, but you go without the blessing of your deity.
Oh well. That may be.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city. You search the ruins and...
Let's just do it quick and dirty. Oh fuck. What a sucker. We have a first action here. It's fine.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
The others are at the work, huh? Yes, okay. Everything seems fine. Let's go ahead.
You approach a small, well-hidden village inhabited by goblins. The settlement is stowed away in one of the many craters left by the Age of Darkness. You see a wooden palisade, several huts, and a central stone-built monument, perhaps a shrine of some sort. You get in a bit closer, but the village is well hidden from your prying eyes.
I mean, you know, only fun people allowed.
You come closer to the settlement with your weapons at the ready, just in case. Several guards step out from the village and block your way. One speaks up, looking around nervously. "Who goes?" The goblins murmur amongst each other, but before they give you an answer, a really fat, old, grey-haired goblin slithers in front of them and speaks.
"Ah, humans. Welcome, welcome, friends. I am Mukashir, the mayor of this here settlement, and you, my friends, are just what we were looking for. Well, for one, we want to invite you to our home and celebrate both our people's survival, you know. But you'd think us stupid or suspicious if that was all we wanted, and you'd be correct. We have a favor to ask. For the reward, of course. We are men and women of business. If you do what we require, you will be well rewarded." So, in short, we have a slight problem with our mineral supply. You see, there is a little quarry not far from here, and it's owned by this funny demon type, the treasurer it calls itself. And you see, this fella is industrious. Instead of going around doing demon stuff, he's made a great business. But then he went and died, and his bigot son has taken over.
Bigot son? Why do you say that? And also, demons have children?
The goblin scratched his head and shrugged his sluggish shoulders.
Well, do you know what? I never wondered about how these ones procreate. They look kind of like shrunken dwarves, so I guess they have all the bits. Anyway, the point being, the son tells us he will not trade with immigrants.
Immigrants?
I know, right? The cheek of it. I was born on this land, and my family goes back 7 generations, you know. We survived the darkness, we worked the land, we kept the Easterlands going, and this fella tells me he won't trade with foreigners. It's easy. Talk some sense into the stupid treasurer. Convince him to trade with us, please. And if you do, we will reward you dearly, and we can open up trading between our villages as well. We have food, excellent leather workers, unique supply of monster bones, and much more.
Okay, convince the bigger treasure demon to trade with you. Sounds easy, we will do it.
Wonderful, thank you. Here are the directions. Without them, you cannot actually find the place. A demon's safety issue. Good luck, and whatever happens, here is a small token of our gratitude.
Can't really do much with it. We'll take out the undead army lair. Do it there, actually. Getting tagged. Let's just do it, not that we get any surprises here. Whoa, that's a fat rat. Whoa, okay. You are a fat rat. Definitely. Yeah, it's their turn. So, kinda need first action is too late. Can do a counter tactics, I guess. Support Ellie by 11. Let's do that actually. Counter tactics, that is. And then we will just more or less. Oh, we can do it again. That's cool, let's do it. We'll get bitten a bit, but it's fine, I guess. Fat rat. I'd like to have a hammer in this group.
You come across a dead body lying in some sort of ditch. The corpse is literally stomped into the ground.
Yeah, well, some sort of ditch, you say.
You search the corpse and find some of its belongings still intact. Now that you take the time to look at the scene, you see that the ditch is actually more like a giant footprint. You see some more stuff lodged under the body, but you also feel the ground shake beneath you and strange sounds coming towards this place.
Oh, fuck it. Strained. That is good. Forest elf got a bit of strained. let's hex that actually, we should be fine. Or 7 hexes, oh wow. Still think we should be fine, yeah. So we will ignore those guys. Gonna try
As
to
you make
clear
your
them
way
up.
through the terrain, your herbalist spots an area where you can harvest some good herbs. They grow inside a hollowed tree,
Well,
but
do it.
your herbalist carefully picks the right herbs.
We should be
Those
wary.
with knowledge of the animal world in your party.
Just fight the fucking spiders. Guess we can do auto it as well.
After a tough
yeah.
fight, you finally clear the area of
Oh,
those
sweet,
nasty
look at that.
spiders.
Dragon
Within their
bones.
lair, you discover
Dragon bones, dragon bones.
you come to what seems like nothing more than a small cave, but there are clear signs of cartwheels on the ground and bits of various minerals lying around. When you peer into the cave, it appears to be an entrance into a huge underground complex. But before you can explore it, a rather small, almost childlike yet bearded man in a wide-brimmed hat and a well-cut suit appears before you. He wears several gold chains around his neck, and as he opens his mouth, you see his teeth are made of diamonds.
Hello.
Who are you? How did you find this place?
We are told of it by Goblin Chieftain Mukasha. We're just passing by. I mean, he's a demon, I don't know, we might... Ah, fuck it.
Ah, that green-skinned slug. And the name? Does it sound like a nice Easterland name to you, my fellow? No, it does not. His kind do not belong here. Honest folk like yourselves should be using our land, not some foreign whatsits.
Why so much anger? The Goblin have been part of our culture for many generations, you know? Yeah, I know what you mean, but you know, business is business, right? No need for anger.
I am
What
not
do you think
angry.
this?
I just don't like foreign folk coming here and taking our jobs. My stones will only go to good people, like yourselves perhaps. Why don't we make a deal and leave these foreign types to themselves, eh? Oh, you mean you're not magical folk? That is true, and it pains me as well. But as young and fresh as you are at your core from this land, just like my kin. We may not see eye to eye on every issue. Some of my kin are known to cross the boundaries of acceptable conduct, but as I said, we're all Easterlanders. So, do we have a deal?
But surely you can see that goblins have been here long and are working hard to make this land better. I'm gonna fight it. Social challenge. Do we have spear attack? No. We can confuse basically everyone. We can put in 2 as well. So let's Evo first, and then we're gonna confuse this Schak. Oh, ho. So, do we have a first action? You would have a first action for a tier 4. Nobody is tier 4. So, we're gonna confuse him as well. And, well, he is 12, thus we need a little bit help here. What is this actually? Effect poison, okay. Support Ellie, I guess. 21, 3, support Ellie by 7. That's quite nice, do it. Well, next turn then. Support. It's actually kind of bad that we have just such things, you know, and that our guys grow that fast, so to say, so we can't really do the first action stuff on certain things. Counter tactic on 5. I say we try it. Oh, we can't. Okay. They just skip again. That's a little bit suspicious to me, to be honest. Oh, now it's their turn. They skip. I do think not a good feeling about that. I always say. Hell, they don't use their card? I do think that's more or less the first time. Okay, it's yeah, he can't, but basically. Okay.
And so you see, you dishonor your father by treating his customers this way. The treasurer looks down at his fancy pointed shoes and wipes off a tear from his cheek.
Ah, damn you, bringing up the old man. You're right. He was adamant about his business being inclusive. I guess I shall just have to put up the prices for them lot. You can tell the greenskins I will trade, and here, have a small reward. After all, my stubbornness might have cost me good business. Sorry, my business is niche, only selected clientele.
Okay,
Suit yourselves. Fine. Tell them to come at the usual time.
A lot of bless of will. That's quite nice. Let's go ahead. Might can equip a bit of this. Okay. Nice. Just bring those guys the good news.
You approach a small, well-hidden village inhabited by goblins. The settlement is stowed away in one of the many craters left by the Age of Darkness. You see a wooden palisade, several huts, and a central stone-built monument, perhaps a shrine of some sort.
Go to talk to Mukashir or report the success to Mukashir. Where's the different actually? Are we not there to reporting? You know, it's.
So, you've spoken to the treasurer yet?
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Well, that's stupid.
You approach a small...
So, you've spoken to the treasurer yet?
It's really hard to talk to, but we made the deal, although I don't know how you can work with him.
Yes. Well, if it was an easy task, we wouldn't be looking for strangers' help, right? In any case, business is business, and we must all survive. Thank you, friends. Convincing a bigot to see reason is no small feat. Here is a small token of our thanks. So now, let us talk business. Our villages should trade and help each other. We can exchange 20 iron for 20 leather,
Meh.
10 gold for some advanced trophies, 3 ranged weapons for some advanced trophies, minimum 10, 2 sets of armors for some rare trophies, minimum 8. Want to trade?
No. No.
Sure thing. Come back when you have something.
I don't want to lose anything from our stuff, and they tend to just take the very good aimer, and they give you, I don't know, a bit of bullshit. So it's not really what we want. It's gonna get... Oh. a little bit harder. I could theoretically auto-resolve that. Let's do it here. Ta-da! Oh, we have 2 resource points. Oh, we have to fight that. Begin combat. 2 spears there. That's not so good actually, but I guess I would like to reshuffle at least 1 spear in the main. No, of course not. Fuck it. Fuck! We can move 1, get closer, touch him. Wow, he's quite a bit, man. Wow, 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 wow. Well, we have Confuse 9. We can't support him for 9. First action is not available. Pooh, we might get in trouble here. This is a nasty one, guys. What was that? Oh, they tried to counter. Wow, okay, nice. Haven't seen this. So somebody who can take a beating. It will be you, I guess. Or... yeah, let's do it this way. And now the beating. This is gonna be a problem. Well, he can't kill 1 and 1 hit, so to say. Okay, it's their turn. Pooh, this is gonna be bloody. We might lose someone. Oh shit, there's another one of those guys. Anybody able to withstand that? Pooh. Might even lose this complete. That's a lot of damage they doing. So, do your worst, dude. He will kill him this turn. Oh, he's changed sides. That's quite nice. Whoa, 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 wow. We have no healer there. So we, yeah, still very likely lose someone. Pooh. We have no special food as well. We could activate... oh well. 1 more health, that's better than nothing, and a little bit more will as well, at least for 1 turn. Not feeling good about that.
You arrive at a tall stone-built tower. An arched doorway stands ajar and an old man waves at you to come in. You walk into the lower floors of the tower. The room is dark and dingy. The walls are filled with bookshelves, barely holding under the weight of the thousands of works that you think must be housed here. There is a desk and some chairs, and the old man sits behind it.
Come in, come in. Sit and let us talk. I am Professor Anthony Hufka, formerly of the Grand University. These days, well, on research leave, I suppose.
Found this old scroll by a buddy. It talked about curing the darkness, and it had your tower mapped on a map.
Ah, the Elven Scroll. Have you found the Guardian yet? He went to that Grove place, but I've never been able to find out what happened to him. His pesky student ran off with the scroll before I could write down the directions. And I don't like leaving this tower anyway.
No, we have not spoken with the elf.
Right. Well, he is a wise one. I will grant him that. But his version of history is... history is written by the victors, yes? The elves have been the victors for many thousands of years, and thus they do write our history. I, however, believe it is time we wrote our own.
What do you mean?
Well, the elves will tell you that the cosmic tree is one of the pillars of the world. I won't go into it. They know it better. They are correct on that, but sometimes pillars must fall in order to build a new house, you know.
Still not making much sense.
Right,
Oh, we know
right.
what they did.
I am an old man, too old for human existence. I forget myself. So it was us, humans, that burned that damned tree. Yes, we at the Grand University. We had a multinational conference and we came to a conclusion. Magic is stifling humanity.
What?
Listen to me. Magic and its prime stewards, the elves, they are keeping us from truly evolving, from reaching our own potential. We can finally be free from superstition, from dark magic, from monsters. We will build a civilization based on reason and knowledge. And yes, this will be costly. Magic will take with it many creatures, not all bad, but humanity will finally be free.
Was darkness good for us? We almost died out. That makes makes some sense, but do you suggest how is darkness good for us? It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is actually. Yeah, no, I do think he sounds mad.
Yes, we did. That is because something went wrong, you see. The tree lingers on. Magic is growing again. The elves are cursed, but still alive. The plan did not work. So you must do whatever that elf tells you, but then find a way to finish the job. Do whatever you must to kill magic and destroy the tree for good.
You're definitely mad. Why didn't you do it?
You will do what you will do, but I trust your brains will win over superstition. And I told you, I don't leave this tower. If I do, I am dead, and I rather like living.
Isn't that magic?
Bah! Details. Whatever you do will not happen overnight, you know. It may take generations to fully take its course. I will live until that time and gather knowledge. Now go. No time to waste on an old man.
Wait, we have more questions.
You find yourself standing in an empty field. No tower, no man, nothing.
Okay. Go work on the divine quest. This might be a pretty hard one.
You find the
actually.
place imprinted in your minds by the professors. It is an old tower that seems to reach the very skies. Its surface is pure ivory, yet strangely shimmering as the sun rays hit its smooth surface. As you move closer, you see a balcony that looks unsettlingly like a large skeletal hand, and in its palm there stands a tall, hooded man, while a young girl cowers behind him. The man speaks in a clattering, hard voice.
Halt! Who goes?
So I told us, we have come a long way seeking to restore power to our gods. Oh, do you know what of we speak? We have been directed here from the university. We have come to regain the power of our gods. We do not care for talks and riddles. We do care for talks and riddles, though. Yeah.
Restoring power to your gods, a grand task indeed. The Oracle knows much, that much is true. And how exactly did you find your way here?
We followed a path set by our deity. The steps are unimportant.
Yes, in truth we have sensed this much. Otherwise I would not make this tower seem to you. The Oracle, Ileana, as you can see, cannot speak to you, nor can she defend herself from those who would abuse her talent. Not after what the university did to her, and so I have vowed to shield her. We have waited for one to come seeking this truth. Ilyana has foreseen it, but she could not see who it will be, nor when they will come.
What did the professors do
These
to her?
so-called scholars took it upon themselves to judge what means justify the end. They knew they could never achieve their goals without magic, the hypocrites. And so they discovered Ilyana as a mere child. She had an amazing gift of premonition, but more than that, she was also pure-hearted and devout to the Pantheon. As such, her link to the gods was almost direct. In fact, it is said that her father may be Perun himself. Something about his lightning striking Ilyana's mother at night.
Yeah.
Anyway, the scholars took her, imprisoned her, and drained her power to the very limits.
Shit.
And worse yet, all this to destroy her beloved gods.
Phew. Damn, that's bad.
Indeed, this is why I have taken stewardship of her,
Should've
so
killed
that
them.
in time, perhaps she may regain enough strength to live on her own. And if not, I can at least try to shield her from those who would misuse her power. Let us move on. What do you seek?
I wish to reclaim our god's power. How we can do
Ilyana
that.
holds answers to many questions, yes. But are you worthy of receiving them? And more importantly, are you willing to face your fate in order to learn your future?
What face your fate? What do you mean?
I sense your connection to your gods and their blessing fresh upon your souls. Thus, I judge you worthy of the attempt. However, the Oracle can only guide you to find answers. You may need to face trials to receive what you seek, and these may prove difficult, if not lethal.
Whatever it is, we are ready to try it.
The girl, who stood silent and motionless throughout your encounter, steps out from behind her protector and spreads her arms out. The tower opens up before you, revealing a dark chamber inside. The oracle silently gestures for you to enter. As you approach, you have a strange sensation, as if you're about to face yourself in there.
I kind of know what happens. I don't know what happens with Perun though. It's basically more or less every time the same thing, but what happens is kind of individual to each god. And I have never played Perun though, and I'm really, really bad at doing these kind of decisions. So yeah, we will kind of see.
You enter a chamber and stand on top of a mountain. The skies are darkened, the air is heavy and hot, and you hear the grumbling of thunder, and with a sudden flash, Perun stands before you. Perun's might is palpable as he moves towards you with his hammer drawn.
Fuck. Prove your own might to Perun, face him in combat now. We seek answers, Lord of the Skies. Let your thunder guide us so that your might is restored. So and this is basically very often that way. So you have basically the choice between to fight or do a social thingy. But and then you just kind of have to guess what. And he is clearly a fighter. I mean, I do think I want to fight him. The thing is, because we did in the tower the wrong thing, we might miss out on a blessing right here, right now. So that might be a problem. So, but anyway, let's try it. Versus Perun, yeah, fuck that. And versus 8 Avatar Guardians, and those all fuck. I don't think we have even a slight chance, guys. Is our good dwarf at least in the... No, of course not. Fuck it. If we reshuffle... We have 2 spears there. And 2 there. Let's try to reshuffle. It hasn't changed. Oh my god. It's actually... Yeah, well, 3 spears in the offense hand. It might be not that bad. So it's our turn. Beloved dwarf, go on. their turn. Oh shit, all of those guys. Oh fuck. We are doomed, guys. All of these Avatar Guardians have spear attack. We cannot do that. We can kill Perun though, but I have no clue how we should survive the other stuff. Well, we have 2 shots for now. This is really bad. 25, 23. Let's bring on those guys. And the 17 is not that much, but they have a decent amount of damage. This is might be a problem. So it's their turn. Okay, not all of them. Okay, okay. But those who don't have it have a ridiculous amount of strength. Okay. I'm not sure if this is really better, but kinda gives a bit of hope. Let's bring in the rest of our spears. Okay. And well, it's not our turn anymore. Mm, 33. Can we do counter tactic 5? Confuse 10 though. We have a first action actually. And he would be 17. First action 8, okay. We can use 2, let's do it. So, he's dead. Those 2, maybe even this one will kill him. He will at least damage this one. He has a free shot, but he can't kill the elf in 1 turn. Those guys will do a bit of rampage, quite a bit actually. They will kill someone, I'm pretty sure. But it's not that evil. Can we support this one? No, he will be dead. So, oh, it's not our turn. So he got shielded. Don't care. Do that. 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Let's... Oh my god, do we dare counter tactic? Or do we rather should do maybe this one, or we support Ellie? Oh, I just saw a way. If we confuse him, maybe the elf can do at least 1 time damage. Let's do that. It's their turn. Oh wow. Okay, luckily. Okay. 24. You go in, you get supported, and I guess even more supported. Doesn't really make much sense, but well, here we go. So, let's have a dance, Perun. Yes. Okay. We will win this pretty easily. Sweet. Nice. So let's hope that was the right decision.
As you strike Perun down with a final blow, another lightning bolt strikes and blinds you. When your eyesight returns, you are standing before a statue of a man holding a long metal rod that seems to reach the very heavens. When you get closer, You see small lightning bolts rushing up and down the rod, as if chasing one another. A voice echoes in your head.
The blasphemous thundercatcher made by the foolish men. Go, destroy it, and free the lightning inside, so the skies may thunder with our wrath once more. And because you've proven your worth to me, heed my words. There is a beast that sleeps at the foot of the statue. It will not wake, for it is enchanted. But if you choose to attack it and take its strange skin, made of bendy, soft yet thick material that protects from lightning, you can destroy the rod without any harm.
So those guys got healed up again. Seems to be a nice shield though. The rest is so la la. Maybe they have good stats, who knows. Okay, so that was the right decision. But yeah, he is a very, I mean, was kinda... So, what is this? 7. Oh well, thank you, dear Perun. That's a magic spear. What is this? 10-13. That's a nice one and pretty light as well. So, that's cool, but yeah. We don't use much shielding though. Mediocre buckler. And a more or less normal. Wow. Nice shield, thank you very much, me god. Okay. So, but we will lose maybe 2 people this night. We didn't. Wow, sweet. Okay. Let's have a look. These are the outsiders. Dwarf gets health. Rocky Slava got a little bit of strength, and Dobrava as well. It's cool actually. And you got that. Okay, let's do the divine quest then. And are we good so far? How many? Still 1, okay, but you are free, thus you will help. Okay, go ahead. 3 research points. Pooh, that's quite a big one actually. That's 5 points, wow. We're kinda good aimer-wise as well, suddenly. So I'm not entirely sure what to do here. I would rather save the points. Do that, but let's activate all the food. Or at least. Are we kinda good? Yeah, I'm still blessed as well, so I guess we're gonna do it now.
You follow the vision provided by your god and find yourselves in the ruins of what could have been an old monastery, or perhaps a small settlement. There is an old iron gate that leads to the central complex, where the remains of some stone buildings stand tall and empty.
Go in to look for the statue with the rod from the vision.
Far in the distance, you see the thunder rod that your god spoke of. It is not as sleek and magical looking in real life as in the vision you had at the Oracle's tower. It looks rusty as it lies among the rubble of what must have been the statue from your vision, and yet you feel a thrill of power streaming through you with every step you take. There is a statue of a beast lying in wait to the side of the rubble. You know in your heart that you must wield the rod and thus break its power, but you also know it may prove deadly.
Take a closer look at the statue. It may be one of parents' spell. Want to aid you in your task. Grasp the rod and brace yourself. No, that's 5 skulls.
You go in closer and examine the stone beast. Despite it being perfectly still and frozen in time, you can actually hear a faint heartbeat.
I guess we're gonna do this. Don't want to do any sacrifice, but well, that doesn't look that terrible. I don't know the beast, so of course. Shit. Well, we can use him as a second dwarf actually. He has just no blunt damage, so it's gonna be more or less okay. 28 is the worst one. It's not that terrible. Not at all. Now, it could be in general that we have, oh, look at that, quite a easy life at the moment because we take so much damn time. What damn time, I enjoy that, guys, no joke, and we will go on for quite a while, so you're with me or you're not with me. That doesn't change the fact that I will go on for quite a while. So we need something that does at least 12 damage. Let's take her. Yeah, let's take her and we push her up with... it's a little bit sad, actually, that we have to use their first action. But nonetheless, let's do him because he does the lowest amount of damage. Okay. Go ahead. It's all fine and dandy. We can start to kill. That should be all fine and dandy. We just... oh, we have to do a little bit more damage to those card outside. So, go ahead.
You beat the strange beast and skin it.
Wow.
It turns out that the hide on its belly is made of some unknown material, and you suspect this is what Perrin was telling you about.
Oh, the dwarf, sweet man. Shit, what a pity that we don't have a second craftsman. The craftsmen seemingly get all the good ones. Got a shit ton of blessing of strength here. Use the hide from the belly of the beast to grab the thunder rod.
As soon as you take the rod, it crackles with white light and electric charges, but the strange hide keeps you safe. You see the rod has 3 distinct parts to it. You feel instinctively that one belongs to Perrin, and the other 2 to his brothers Zeus and Thor. You know you need to try and break the rod to release their power.
Break it and release the power of all 3 gods.
You break the rod, and you feel the surge of power going through you and then towards your god. You also see 2 thunderbolts shooting into the skies and rushing off somewhere. It will take decades for Perrin to fully recover his power and restore his pantheon by Mokosh's side. But you have made the first steps possible. You feel the pride of your god in your hearts.
That's a lot of diamonds and that's a decent amount of mithril. Rejoice!
You are about to depart,
wow.
but a figure approaches you. It is a tall and muscular orc warrior, proudly sporting a large tattoo of Perrin's sigil on his exposed arm.
I have been sent here by the mighty Perrin. I will fight by your side in his glory.
Sweet. Well, alright then. Better not anger Perun. Take the orc and leave. Okay, sweet. So, with the first big quest closed, we are gonna investigate the, where is it actually? The Cosmic Tree Part 2, but we do this in the next episode. I've just realized I'm over an hour again. Sorry guys, it just happens. We can be happy that I actually realize it. So, guys, wherever you are, so the story starts keep rolling on, and it goes, as you might have noticed, our enemies grown stronger and stronger. But yeah, because we have let us so much time, the quests are the big quests are relatively easy. So this will change pretty soon, but yeah. At the moment we are kinda good. I mean, you know, the God's Quest was quite easy. I just want to add that. Anyway, guys, like, comment and subscribe. I mean, if you, oh well, wherever you are. Have a nice one. Bye.